The last section of chapter 1 is psychology of testing. Software development includes software testing. It involves human beings. This is why psychology is an important aspect when we are dealing with the software testing. Identifying defect during a static testing or a dynamic testing may be seen as criticism against the product or its author, so that the analyst may have some problem with tester because he's thinking that you are criticizing him. There is an element in human being called confirmation bias, which means that most of the people find difficulty to accept information that disagree with their belief. For example, the developer thinks that his code is correct, so he has a confirmation bias, which make it difficult for him to accept that his code is incorrect or not correct. There is also some cognitive bias that it is difficult for people to understand the information that you, the tester, produce. Another psychological problem in software testing is that people most of the time blame the person who tells them bad news. And of course, that is a software tester. So based on all the psychological factor, people see testing is a destructive activity. Even though if it contributes greatly to produce product quality, but they seem that it is a destructive activity. So our job is to convince them that testing is a good thing. To reduce their perceptions, you should communicate any failure, any problem in a constructive way. This way the tension between users, testers and all other can be reduced. Tester and test manager must have a good interpersonal skill. Communication skills are very important in the software testing. It builds positive relationship with colleagues. So what are the way to communicate in a good way in software testing? So start with collaboration rather than the battles. Emphasize the benefits of testing. For example, for the author, defect information can help them improve their work product and their skills. For the organization, defect found and fixed during testing will save time and money and reduce overall risk to product quality. Test result and other finding in a neutral, fact-focused way without criticizing the person who create the defective item. Write objective and factual defect reports. Try to understand how the other person feels and the reason they may react negatively to the information. Confirm that the other person has understood what has been said and vice. As an organization, define the test objective. This is very important psychological factor. Why? Because most of the people align their behavior with the objective set by the team. So if the management set the test objective, most of the time the team will align themselves with the objective and testing will be done in a better way. It is also important that you as a tester adhere to these activities with minimal personal bias. Talk about the tester and the developer mindset. Developer and tester often think differently. The primary objective of development is to design and build a product. As discussed earlier, the objective of testing include verifying and validate the product, finding defect. So the developer always think to develop something new, but tester wants to verify and validate the product and also finding defect. These are the different set of objectives which require different mindset. Bringing this mindset together help to achieve a higher level of product quality. A mindset reflects an individual's assumptions and prefer method for decision making and problem solving. Tester mindset should include these things. If you have these thread of in your personality, then most of the time you will be a good tester. You need curiosity, professional, a critical eye, attention to detail, and a motivation. Communication and relationship, like we said before. Of course, with gaining experience, these skills will grow and mature as a tester. On the other hand, the developer mind consists of different interests in building solutions. Rather than trying to find what is wrong with these solutions. With the right mindset, developers are able to test their own code. But most of the time, we need the tester to find the defect that the developer did not find and deliver them to him. The testing activity are organized differently depending on the software development lifecycle that we are using. But generally, having independent tester increase the defect detection and effectiveness, especially in large and complex or safety critical system. Independent testers bring a perspective which is different than the of the work product authors, since they have different cognitive bias from the author.